today I'll be filming a beginning makeup tutorial for you guys. It'll be very detailed. I'll talk you guys through it. I'll talk you guys through the products. Before you start putting on your makeup, before you even think of doing your makeup, you need to make sure that you've rinsed your face, you've washed your face, and your face is clean and moisturized. Okay, you don't need to go in with a primer. Now, there are different types of primers depending on the kind of skin you have. Okay, so if you have oily skin, there are specific primers out there that you need to use. If you've got combination skin, you've got dry skin, any type of skin you have, there are different, primers for it. The one that I know the most is oily skin, because I have oily skin myself. I have oily skin, so the primer that I use is known as a matte primer, which just controls the amount of oil you produce on your face. If you have dry skin, it's best to go for like oily primer or primer that has moisturizing effect. And if you have other skin tone like if you have other skin type like combination skin and other skin types, please go ahead and Google that yourself. I don't know much about that, but I just told you guys the one that I know. Now, the first step to applying your makeup is by applying a primer. Now, the problem with me now is that I don't actually have a primer. I ran out, and ever since I ran out, I've been improvising, and I've just been using shea butter as my primer. And when I tell you guys, using shea butter as my moisturizer and primer has been really good for my makeup. It makes my makeup turn out nice and smooth, luminous. It's just so nice that you guys will see at the end of the video. So once I'm done applying, I will then go in with my setting spray. So this is my setting spray that I got from Revolution in the scent Cucumber. So once I'm done, I then go ahead and highlight and contour straight away. And the way how I apply my makeup in such a way that it suits the natural shape of my face. You need to learn how to you need to know what makeup works best for your face. Okay, I might apply foundation and concealers in certain areas of my face that you may choose not to apply. Okay, but right now, since we are all beginners, well, I will assume you're a beginner because you're watching this video right now, just follow my steps, and as time goes on, develop a method that that works for your face, that you love so much, that becomes your iconic look. Okay, but for now, just follow my steps. Okay, so when it comes to highlighting and contouring, I normally start by highlighting my face with a concealer. And normally I go in with two concealers. Okay, I go in with a concealer that's a bit closer to my skin tone to almost be like a foundation, and then I go in with a lighter one. Okay, you can choose not to go in with a lighter concealer, or you may choose not to even double conceal. You can choose to apply this twice, or apply this and then apply a lighter one. Okay, now it's time for blending. When it comes to blending out your makeup, you want to go for a soft beauty blender. If your blender isn't soft enough, just dump it in water, not soak it completely, just dump a bit of water on it so it becomes soft, and then you can start off by dabbing. Okay, I apply my concealer in such a way that it contours my nose. That way I do less work on my nose later on. So once I'm done applying the first product, I then go in second concealer, and it's the Revolution Fast Base Concealer in the shade C13. Okay, so once I open it, I just twist the bottom and then I apply it right here. Apply some on my eyelids there. And when it comes to applying the second concealer, you can kind of see that I'm only focusing on my under eye and not dragging it down like the first one. Okay, so I'm just focused on this area and on my eyelids. I would apply some here, and some on my forehead as well. And also leave this to dry for just a few seconds. And whilst this is drying, we'll go ahead and apply the foundation. So this is the Be Perfect Creamer Foundation, and I bought this at the time when it was trending on TikTok. I think it was way back in August, early September, or late July, I can't remember, but this is what the foundation looks like. It looks exceptional. It looks like a trophy, and it literally also smells amazing. And this is in the shade C11. okay, C11. Okay, so I just pumped a bit of foundation at the back of my hand, and I normally tap into the brush like this, and I use it to contour and apply at the same time. Okay, so I just go like that. Yeah. I'll apply some on my jawline. Bear in mind that we are contouring and applying foundation at the same time, okay? I don't apply foundation all over my face. I use it as a contour, yeah? I normally go in with foundation on my forehead after I've done my eyebrows. So let's go ahead and finish that. But before we do my eyebrows, let's just blend out the second layer concealer. Okay, so before I start filling in my eyebrows, I go in with this spoolie right here. I just comb it up, and since I shaped my eyebrows with my concealer already, this next step should be super easy, okay, because I kind of already have a guideline on where I should fill it in, where to stop, and that, okay? Right, now I do have a brow pencil and a brow pomade, but I don't like the shade that is in, so I normally go into this old palette of mine. This is one of my Revolution palette, and normally I go in with this shade, and then I use an angled brush. Yeah, an angled brush that looks like this. I just dip it in and, you know, use that to fill in my eyebrows. Now when it comes to filling in your eyebrows, you want to fill in deep at the end, but not too deep, okay? Not too deep. And then slowly build it up. Yeah, slowly build it down. I may not build it up because that will make this bit too deep. Slowly build it down, okay? Okay, I feel like the correct way to say this is start lightly from the tip and then go down, okay? But once you've dipped your brow pencil into your brow pomade for the first time, don't go straight there, as that will make it too deep and you will end up hating it. So once you've dipped it in for the first time, start at the end, and once you feel like the product has come off a bit, then you come to the tip. But for me personally, I don't normally focus on the tip, you know, the beginning of my eyebrows. I normally focus at the end, and then I just, you know, lightly fill up some bits at the front there, okay? Don't worry if your brows are not too perfect from the beginning. Like, it takes time to get your brows to be perfect and turn out the way you want it to be. Like, if you guys have seen how I used to do my eyebrows, I'll put some pictures up here to inspire you, because this makeup process, it takes time. Yeah, it takes time. And I'll do the same thing to the left of my eyebrows. And again, your eyebrows might turn up not looking the same. Don't worry, eyebrows are cousins, not sisters. I almost said sisters. No, eyebrows are cousins and not sisters. So you notice how I'm applying the products upwards and not sideways anymore. This is because we are heading towards the tip of my eyebrows, and you want that bit to look individual, not, you know, pushed all together, okay? So this is it. This is the concealer I used earlier. And during this concealing process, you have to be really careful not to go over your eyebrows with your brush, because that will just create extra work for yourself and you end up being really annoyed with yourself. So just be really careful and follow the natural line of your eyebrows, okay? Be patient with yourself. It takes time. And the way how you can, you know, the way how you can improve your makeup skills is by doing it regularly. You don't have to do it every day, but just, let's say, do it every time you go out, if you have time though. If you have time, and just practice regularly, okay? And you will get there. Don't beat yourself up for it, and don't compare yourself to anyone, okay? It takes time to build your own look, or like signature look, okay? So now that I'm done with my eyebrows, okay, I'll then go ahead and blend it out with my foundation and my foundation brush. You know how this bit here is highlighted. You don't want that, okay? You want this bit here to be closer to the same skin tone as that one. So in order to get rid of all the excessive product here, I'll first go ahead and blend it out carefully. Again, you want to be careful during this process because you don't want to blend out your eyebrows. Yeah, you don't want to blend out the perfect eyebrows you've just created for yourself. So blend this out, and you can see that it has, you know, loosened up for a bit. And then I'll go in and apply my foundation. I still have some at the back of my hand. Dip it in, and then, you know. So once I'm done with this process, I'll then go in and apply foundation / contour more. Okay, and whenever I'm doing my makeup, I kind of want my face to look lifted. I want it to look like that, so I'll go ahead and shape that with my, you know, my foundation. So right now I've applied makeup here, there, and the only bits remaining is this bit of my face. And then I'll just go ahead and apply a concealer that's a bit closer to my skin tone. Apply that there. Again, go ahead and blend. And then I'll go ahead and like blend it out with the foundation brush I was using before. And also don't forget to do your neck. Okay, because you don't want your makeup looking like a mask. Okay, so blend out to your neck so it looks nice and seamless. So once the base is done, it's now time to set my face. And also I ran out of setting powder, but I have a few things that I use to improvise, you know. The fact that you don't have a certain makeup product doesn't mean you can't do your makeup, okay? The makeup palette that I use to set my face is this Revolution highlight and contour palette, okay? And these are all the shades in there. I use this to set my face and the last one to top up my contour, okay? Now if you don't have a highlight and contour palette, you can literally use an eyeshadow to set your face, okay? If you have like a nude eyeshadow palette, yeah, and there's a shade in there that is the same shade as your concealer, you can use that to set your face. You don't have to buy a setting powder, okay? Now when it comes to the brushes that I use to set my face, normally I use 2 brushes. So this is what the brushes looks like. I use this one as a contour stick, and then I use this, you know, set the concealer. Sometimes I want to brighten my under eyes for a bit, and in that case I will mix this shade with that shade to, you know, do that. I'm gonna try and do some right now. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but there is a bit of difference between this and that one. Brighten my under eyes for a bit without going in with a concealer, because at this point I feel like it's too late to go in with a concealer, so I'll just do that. And it works, okay? It works. And it's best to close your eyes when you're doing this. I know that you may have seen other makeup videos whereby they are like look up, but whenever I look up, I get makeup products in my eyes gets watery, it waters down, ruins my makeup, creates another job for me. I don't have to clean it and stuff like that. So I just close my eyes and it does the job, okay? Close your eyes. Now time to top up my contour, and like I mentioned earlier, I used the last shade in this palette to achieve that. So this is the brush that I'm using to contour. Again, it's just an angled brush. I dab it in and then apply this on all the places I applied my foundation, you know. Remember I told you guys that I apply my foundation like contouring. I use my foundation to contour. I do not apply it all over my face, okay? So now time for me to, you know, contour my nose, and I literally just use the darker shade in this palette again. So I dab it in and then I apply like this, see, just like that. Yeah, just straightforward, back and forth, back and forth. You don't have to do much, as we already did. We did like 95% of the job from the beginning by applying our concealer in such a way that shapes our nose. So when it gets to this bit, you don't do much, just apply the darkest, just apply your contour shade. Maybe some of you, I'm sure some of you may have spotted that I didn't apply concealer on the bridge of my nose. Again, this is a personal preference. You may choose to do that, you may choose not to. I know there are other makeup tutorials out there that tells you to apply concealer at the bridge of your nose, but I don't do that. I feel like when I apply concealer at the bridge of my nose is a bit too much, and I don't know how to say this, but like I don't get to contour my nose as much as I would. And overall, it's just too much concealer going on here. Like, so once I've done that with the nose, yeah, I then go in with my highlighting palette. Okay, now highlighting is like applying concealer for me when it comes to my nose. Okay, so I go into this palette, this highlighting palette, okay, and then I use this shade right here. You see, it's a lighter shade, it's way lighter than my skin tone. And then I'll apply that like I'm applying a concealer. Okay, and it's now time to, you know, apply blush. When it comes to applying my blush, again, I do not own a blush palette. I literally just use some of my favorite colors from any eyeshadow palette that I have, and then I use that to, you know, apply on my cheeks. And today's eyeshadow palette is going to be one of the Revolution makeup palettes, and I use these 3 colors here, okay, to apply as my blush. And when it comes to the brush to use, I use this fluffy angled brush. It's kind of similar for the one we use to contour our face, but this is this one right there. And then I just, you know, swipe back and forth, and then I'll go like this, like I just, you know, and I apply on my cheeks. Whenever I apply my blush, yeah, I want to apply the blush in such a way that it lifts my cheeks. Yeah, you guys can see that there's a bit of lifting with my cheeks, you know, to say that whenever I smile, my cheeks looks lifted and plumped, you know, like that kind of vibe, you know. And also, I also like to apply blush on my jaw, my nose, because, you know, it just adds a bit of touch to the look. Okay, makes it look different, makes it stand out, you know, and makes my nose pops out a bit, and I love that. It's cute. Okay, just that. And I also like applying some on my forehead, yeah, because I just love it. Okay, it's something I love doing, and again, it's a personal preference. Yeah, sometimes when I feel like I've applied too much blush on my forehead, I'll go back with the foundation brush to, you know, turn it down a bit. And when it comes to this bit, you want to dab and not swipe, because then if you swipe, you're potentially taking off the product. So just dab, yeah, and sometimes down here, but again, not too much either. I just love applying blush. Okay. If I'm doing like a natural makeup look, and since I'm not doing any sophisticated eyeshadow look, whatever, I normally go in and do like a dramatic eyeliner, and I'll be using the same product I use to fill in my eyebrows. So this palette right here, this shade right here. Okay, so I'll find a brush that looks like this, and then draw an eyeliner. Alright guys, so this is it. Again, this is a personal preference, and I'm not that good with eyeliner. I just do something decent, okay, so don't judge me. I just do something decent, something that looks nice on me, something that complements my eyes, and this is just my style. Okay, it's my style. Okay, so now it's time to line my lips, and I literally use the same product with the same brush to line my lips. Okay, okay, now I'll go ahead and apply my lipsticks. Today I'll be applying a red and a nude lipstick. Alright you guys, so this is basically the finished look. I'll go ahead and wear my lashes, change my clothing, put on a bit of jewelry, and then come back for the final finished look. Okay, so see you guys in a bit. Alright you guys, so this is the final look. There must have been an angel by my side. Something held me, let me. Alright Alright you guys, so this is the final look and also marks the end of this video. Please follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, and of course YouTube. That leads me to telling you all to please subscribe, hit on that notification bell, and please come back again next time, okay? I'll see you in my next one. Bye.